Fox 5 Health News, and coconut oil has been marketed as a health choice for several years, the choice really, and a number of popular diets favor it, and doctors as well. Well, now experts say it's bad for your cholesterol.
All right, join us now, nutritionist Sherry Bookvar. I feel like you have referenced this before because every now and again we have a new silver bullet thing where we just want to put everything in coconut oil.
Of course.
But there's still sugar and bad cholesterol, et cetera, et cetera. Is that the point of this?
There's no sugar in coconut oil. What this study, actually, there were researchers that looked at clinical trials and looked at coconut oil's effect on blood lipid levels as well as cardiovascular risk factors. And what they found is that sure enough, that coconut oil can elevate LDL levels as much as 10 milligrams. That is correct. I'm sorry. Yes, as much as 10 milligrams, and total as much as 14 milligrams. It actually did increase HDL, the good cholesterol, a little bit, but not that much. So really, what this goes back to is, everybody's jumping on this coconut oil bandwagon over the past couple of years, and I have a cardiac nutrition expertise, and I've been telling people for so long, don't use only coconut oil. If you like it and it works well, have it, but also make sure that you're using a variety. Olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil.
The Mediterranean
never use, with most things, don't stick to one thing only, because research comes out with all foods, and you never want to say, oh no, I only use that one oil or that one sugar sweetener or whatever it is. Have that variety. But I think we need to be careful from a cardiac standpoint that if we're using only coconut oil, that it can increase your risk factor of LDL and total cholesterol. And not to mention, no matter what oil you use, a tablespoon is 120 calories and 14 grams of fat. So from a weight control perspective, which we're going to talk about on the next story that we're doing, you got to be really careful with
All right, well, as you referenced, cooking oil spray may seem like a low-calorie option, but experts say the labeling can be misleading.
Really?
So I'm so happy that we're doing this story, because there is nothing new here in terms of the claims, but we rarely talk about this, and it's one of the biggest mistakes my clients make. And I brought this here because it's an oil spray, no propellant, very healthy, but the problem is that when you look at the nutrition facts label and it says 0 calories and 0 fat, the reason is that claims it can have up to, as long as there's less than 5 calories, it can be calorie free, or less than ½ a gram of fat free. But here's the problem. It's a 1/3 second spray. Some of them are a 1/4. No one goes like this. So if you do the math on it, a 5-second spray theoretically would have about 60 calories and 6 grams of fat, but
you're spraying more than 5 seconds.
And everyone sprays differently. So not only are you spraying more than 5, but let's say you do spray for 5 seconds. I try to do it light. I put it into a measuring cup, and my 5-second spray is closer to a tablespoon, which has 120 calories and 14 grams of fat. So what I recommend to my clients and viewers is that if you have this at home, spray for however long you normally would into a measuring cup and pour that out and see how many tablespoons you're using, so you can make that calculation.
Wow.
Yes.
Makes sense.
And one more thing, too, while we're talking about it, the claim for reduced fat or reduced calories is 25% less than the traditional items. So just as an example, peanut butter is a good example of this. Traditional peanut butter has 16 grams of fat. Reduced fat peanut butter has 12. So it's reduced 25%, but it's not low fat. And what do people do? You use more of it because it's a reduced fat item.
That's a very American conversation.
Original numbers.
Good info.
Yeah, we should talk more about that. Thank you.
All right, well, the financial independence